Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I look forward to working with you on this committee in another Congress. Our subcommittee was busier last Congress than, quite honestly, many full committees, and I'm sure we will have two more productive and bipartisan years ahead of us on this committee. And so small business plays a crucial role in our nation's economy and the overall prosperity of our country. The vast majority of businesses across our country are small businesses. Small businesses are especially critical in my state of North Dakota. 96% of business in North Dakota is small. These small businesses are the backbone of our economy and they're a primary source of job creation. I'm proud to represent North Dakota small business in Congress on this committee, but also with Senator Chairman Risch on the Small Business Committee. There's a reason why I'm on both of these committees, because along with agriculture and energy, small business is the economic engine that makes North Dakota work. So it's been my privilege to travel across my state and visit a wide variety of small business that call North Dakota home, and to visit and hear about their needs and their concerns. From Main Street bricks and mortar retailers in Grand Forks and Grafton to cutting-edge innovators in the unmanned aircraft systems industry like Packet Digital in Grand Forks or in Fargo, to oil field service businesses in Minot, North Dakota needs to listen and hear these concerns and react here in Washington to the problems that we hear. So it's absolutely critical that Congress always be willing to work to ensure small business can prosper. Congress must seek out the policies that help small business innovate and thrive. I'm proud that on the Small Business Committee, I've been a strong advocate for small business and startup in our country in more rural states like North Dakota, because we know that innovation doesn't just happen in our country's biggest cities or biggest states. That innovation must be fostered and promoted if we're going to be successful in rural America. And I think one thing we learned in this election is rural America feels left behind. There's a reason for that. And we're here to represent, along with my friend Senator Tester from that state to the west of me, Montana. It's a big place. It's between me and Senator Risch. That wide open space of greatness called Big Sky Country. Anyway, yeah, we digress, but I think it's fairly critical that Congress make sure its policies do not unfair or certainly unintentionally hamper small business. I want to just tell you that we had hoped that we would have a fantastic businesswoman from North Dakota who could appear on this committee. Because of timing, she couldn't. I'd like to ask the chairman to allow me to submit her comments for the record.
Without objection.
Thank you. Kara Warburg Block, who owns Earthkind in Bismarck. They're a pest control developer and designer and a biomanufacturing pioneer. I had hoped to get her out here. She couldn't make it. But when I talked to her about federal regulatory process, you get a simple answer that's difficult to turn into action but must be turned into action. She talks about needing more common sense from agencies, more small business smart from agencies, more understanding, more outreach, and more feedback. I hear that from every small business person that I talk to. And it usually starts with they just don't get it. They just don't get what they're doing and the impact it's having on me. People want to innovate. They want to invest the profitability back into the business and not into another bean counter that's going to satisfy yet another bureaucrat. So to me, that's one of the key questions that we have to tackle in this space. How do we make sure that agencies engage in a way that small businesses need, and that include protecting the ability of agencies to promulgate fair and well-analyzed rules in a timely fashion? So much of the discussion in this area has focused on the importance of considering the impact of regulations on small business. I'm going to say something that I say often here, that until we actually in the federal government sit down and have a conversation with our counterparts in state and local government, we will not tackle the problem of overregulation. We opened up a portal called Cut Red Tape, and frequently the comments that we get don't necessarily apply to the federal government. They apply to a state or a local overreach or inconsistency between state and local regulations. I'd say that I would put that on my top issue of concerns for small business today in America is not only navigating the federal government and being worried about the I gotcha regulation that you didn't know about, but having to harmonize and deal with various levels and wondering where's the productivity in that. You're expected to be as efficient and productive as you can be to survive. The government should be as efficient and productive as they can be. And so I look forward to hearing from our witnesses on that topic. I'd ask that if you do have comments on state and local regulation, how we can better coordinate, that I'd appreciate hearing those as well. And finally, for the record, it's great to see the chairman here, Chairman Risch, but I also have a statement from the ranking member of Small Business, Jean Shaheen, and would ask that that be submitted for the record.
Yeah, without objection.